Here we have a new 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe. This one comes in the RST trim level, and we do get the coveted RST Performance package here. This one comes in black on jet black with victory red perforated leather interior. And then the powertrain consists of a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. But as you come around to the front end here, I love the styling, how everything's gloss blacked out. We have our LED daytime running lights along with our LED headlamps. And again, just a fantastic look. But as we come around to the wheels here, these are called the 20-inch. They're like an aggressive wheels or something. But these come as part of the RST Performance Edition package, as well as these red brake calipers. And I love the look, just the stance that you get with these wheels and these brake calipers here. We do get passive keyless entry on all four doors. And then we have our power door lock controls here, power mirror controls here. We can turn those on and off. Then we can adjust with a dial. We have our rear window lock, and then we do get power folding mirrors with blind spot monitors, one-touch automatic up and down windows for the front, and then we just have express down windows for the back. And then we do have our memory seat functions here, so you hit set and then hold the one that you're wanting to set the setting to. Plenty of storage in the door panel, bottle holder here, Bose sound system. We have an electronic parking brake, push to engage, hit the brake, press it again to disengage. And then we have our lane departure, parking sensors, auto stop, 360 camera and traction control buttons there. Four-wheel drive controls are here, drive modes are here. We can go through tow haul, off-road, sport, and then normal. And then we have the brightness for the gauge cluster that can be adjusted, and then our headlamp controls there. Power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And here's the power driver seat with power lumbar support. And a huge shout out to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Tahoe today. I'll leave a link below to it, as well as their entire inventory in the description below. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So let's go ahead and check out this leg room. So pretty good space back here, several inches of headroom because we don't have the sunroof here. But we do get the seat back pockets on both sides. And then we have our automatic rear AC controls there. We can set our auto mode there, fan direction, and then temperature, fan speed, 3-stage heated outboard seats in these captain's chairs, 2 USB-C fast charge ports, and then we have a 3-prong household plug-in, I believe is 120 volts. Cup holders are there. There's a view of the back seat. We do get the premium dome lights throughout, which I like. And then if you need to hang up any hangers, we could probably hang 2 plastic ones there, which is nice. But a view of the front, and I'm gonna make my way to the third row. And this is my leg room back here. So pretty impressive for this vehicle. Like I said, I'm 6'3", I'm able to sit in that seat, this seat, and then almost fit back here. But if I need to, I can spread my legs out and I can do a longer trip, or a shorter trip, excuse me. Then we have a USB-C port, cup holder storage, and the same on the other side. But let's go ahead and make our way towards the back. See if I can make it out of here. Fuel filler there. Premium is recommended with the 6.2 liter, but not required. But as we come around to the back end here, we do get our LED tail lamps, but we don't have LED turn signals or brake lights. I have a wonderful sponsor who can go ahead and help with all of that. Hey guys, so I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Auto One. So they make LED bulbs, so whether that's for your headlamps, fog lights, brake lights, or reverse lights, they got you covered here. I have a 2004 Toyota Tundra, access cabs, SR5 trim, and I've had the headlights done, Auto One, the brake lights done, Auto One, as well as the reverse lights, Auto One. So these babies, let me tell you, these reverse lights are freaking insane. They are so bright, and it just makes a world of difference as opposed to the older off-white bulbs that I had in my truck. And when I put that mug in reverse, everybody knows it because those bulbs are just ridiculous. So I want to give another huge thank you to them for allowing me to review the products. I'll leave a couple links to some of the reviews I've done in the description, as well as a link to go ahead and save you some money if you're interested in getting some. But especially for like the Tahoe that we're reviewing now, this is a great option if you just want to replace those incandescent bulbs with some LED bulbs, and they can go kind of with the rest of the LED lights that come on that vehicle. This is a great way to do it and not spend a lot of money. But anyways, thank y'all. Let's get back to the video. Anyways, after all of that, let's go ahead and take a look underneath the liftgate here. We do get that power liftgate. And then this one has the all-weather floor mat package. So underneath that mat here, you can pull up, we have a little additional storage. And then we do have our power folding third row as well as our power release second row. So we can fold all that flat if we want to, but push down, fold them down, and then push up to get them back into position. And then another 3-prong plug in here. But as that's lowering, let's take a look underneath the vehicle. There's a spare tire there. There's your exhaust there. And this is a catback exhaust as part of that RST Performance package. So I can't wait to test that out on the test drive. But here, this is how you can pull the seat back and forth. And then we can actually just fold that flat if we want to from up here. But to the front passenger seat, we do get that same power adjustability with 2-way power lumbar support. And I love the stitching, that Victory red stitching there. It goes good with this black. Then we do have these pockets on both sides for additional storage. And then we have a lockable glove compartment here. And again, the stitching, just a nice interior here. But let's take a look at this window sticker. So y'all can pause anywhere you need to if you want to take a closer look at any of the features. But with that RST Performance Edition, we do get the power third row. We get adaptive cruise control, which I love. And this is an expensive package, but all that you get here, specifically with the performance option, you get those 20-inch wheels, the high capacity suspension, the air intake, the catback exhaust, and then those Brembo brakes up front. And then the sport pedals actually look pretty nice as well. But this sticker's right at $79,310. But as I come back around and pop the hood, I'll show you all the pedals before I do that. So those are the sport pedals, which I actually like the design there. It looks pretty sporty. Then here's that 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. And there is that performance air intake system. So pretty neat that they did that. Let's go ahead and hop back in the driver's seat. So here we have a nice leather wrap steering wheel here. Feels nice, and the Victory red stitching helps with that design as well, making it look very nice. But to the radio here, we do get this 10.2-inch Google Assistant screen that gives us AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. And we also have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility as well. And then we get the Google Maps system, and that's what I'm setting up here. Whenever it's in demo mode, I have to go through all these prompts and whatnot, but very easy system to use. I love being able to zoom in and zoom out, see the traffic patterns, and then we can search here either with voice recognition or just by typing things out. So if I want to find the closest target, I can type that in there. I can see locations, or it already has one up there, and then it shows me the locations in the vicinity. But over here to the audio, I just want to go through how all the sources work. So you just hit that there, and you have Alexa, Google News, as well as the podcast. and you can use USB if you'd like to. And then to connect your phone, pretty easy to just walk through it. Gives you simple instructions, just pull it up on your Bluetooth. And then you can start your trailer light test there. And then we do get dual zone automatic climate controls, which you can either use with the controls below or through the screen. And I'll show you how we use the screen here momentarily. This is where all your settings and such are. But I like the screen, being able to use the screen here. It's pretty fun to do. I can change the direction pretty easily. Very fast responding. Set your auto mode there. And then you can tap through to lower the fan speed to turn that mode off. And then you can sync there for your different, or for your front two zones. And then for your rear, you can sync that to the front as well if you want to do that. And then you can also control that pretty nicely. Hazards are here. Have a little storage pocket in here. And then the shifter, press P for park, pull up here for reverse, N for neutral, D for drive, L for low gear, and you can manually shift there. But there are all those climate controls. You do get 3-stage heated seats for the front. And then you can toggle that system on and off there. You do get a volume knob, click there for a mute, and then you have shortcuts there as well. USB-C, USB-A port there, 12 volt, and then we do get a nice size wireless charging pad. 2 cup holders here. And then the center console cubby space, we have that there. And then we can use our universal home remote here, power liftgate here. We can power fold the 3rd row there, OnStars here. And this is where you go ahead and move this optional power center console. So right in there, you have that additional space. You want to move that back for your passengers, but then you can also use this hidden tray in here as well. So I like this because it's actually pretty, if someone were to try and break in your car or whatever, they'd have to know to do that because it's not obvious. So you can hide whatever you need to in there. Now over here to the steering wheel, blinkers are here. And then windshield wipers are here. We do get automatic wipers, so we can adjust the sensitivity of the auto wipers here. Then we have low, high, and then one time is there. Rear wipers here, intermittent on, and then pull either way for the rear wiper fluid, and then hit this side button for the front wiper fluid. And then when the lights are on, we can toggle the high beams there, flash there, and then in auto mode, we can use the automatic high beams there. And then we do have our cruise control here, so we can go ahead and toggle the adaptive, and then heated steering wheel, toggle forward collision alert, cancel the cruise, set there. Then voice recognition, this is a Bluetooth control, which is also a mute button, and then we can use the scroll bar and these 2 arrows to go through the gauge cluster. And then we can change our units from US to metric and reset the defaults, all of that here. And I like that this is all in the options tab, so you can choose the display layout, and then also you can change what's in each, I guess, gauge there. So left side is there, and then on the right side, if I want to have my fuel economy average, I can do that, and I can change it any way I want to. Even the lower gauges here, you can control all of that. So pretty cool. But there's all of our info there that's available. And then you can also change all of that if you want to show fuel economy and maybe turn the timer off and things of that nature. And then we have our push button start here. Finally, here is the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this Tahoe RST Performance out on the road for a quick test drive. So starting the test drive in this Tahoe RST, love the engine setup here, just the powertrain setup in general, getting the catback exhaust, the performance air intake, the bigger 6.2 liter V8. Just has a nice growl to it. Feels like the older Yukons, just how burly they sounded. And the ride, even on these 20s, pretty comfortable. It doesn't ride like an Escalade, but certainly gets the job done. And just a nice strong growl from the engine bay. Now I will say for $80,000, I wish we had cooled seats, but other than that, everything's really nice in here. Pretty luxurious. And I mean, that sound is just so strong. Now, with this one only having 7 miles, I don't want to necessarily floor it, but we're in a pretty good range here. You can hear the sound, get a feel for the vehicle. And again, the ride quality is pretty superb. Specifically on this stretch of the interstate. And then we're getting right at 23 miles per gallon. So pretty close to that 14 city, 18 highway. I would expect you get a little bit better fuel economy depending on how you drive. And the brake pedal feels good. Of course, with us having the Brembo brakes, you're gonna have pretty phenomenal stopping power. Now for this price point, again, being almost $80,000, I will say there are just a few things missing for me, but a lot of it's made up for with this Performance Edition, specifically this exhaust, the wheels, and the air intake kit. Honestly, the 6.2, with everything else, I probably wouldn't miss it, but it's nice to have all of these aftermarket, well, I should say LPO add-ons, and then also having this big engine. And it sounds so mean in the best way. I mean, if you want to, you could call this basically a Corvette SUV. I mean, you do have the 10-speed automatic in here, the 6.2 liter V8, but just a great, again, can't say enough about how nice this thing sounds in terms of, I guess from a performance standpoint, it's mean. It's the best way to describe it. But in terms of the competition, I mean, you could get I think the Expedition makes that, whatever that is, that you get in the limited trim level, and then you can get that package that gives you the red brake calipers and gives you like an extra 40 horsepower or something like that. But that's still a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. And as much as I like twin turbo V6s, the 6.2 V8 just has a different feel to it. Just that naturally aspirated rumble, just being able to put your foot to the floor and just get that pull, that V8 pull, as opposed to the turbos kicking in on a V6 when they feel like it. There's just something about this. Now, of course, you get a little worse fuel economy as opposed to the V6, but again, there's just nothing like that naturally aspirated V8. But in my opinion, if you're in the market for something like this, you certainly won't be disappointed with all the features you get, and of course all the performance aspects that are part of this Tahoe. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2023 Chevy Tahoe RST Performance Edition.